Hello students, welcome you on the topic of eye pattern. So why do we need to study about this eye pattern in a communication channel? We already know what is meant by ISI, what are the effect of this ISI in a communication channel. So ISI we mean to say that inter-symbol interference. One symbol can interfere with the adjacent symbol, and because of this interference property we have loss of information. So we need to maintain at least the Nyquist rate transmission criteria in order to avoid ISI. But even we maintain a Nyquist rate transmission also, in some cases you have the effect of ISI present in the signal. So how to reduce it? First, how to evaluate it and how to reduce it. And one important technique is called as the eye pattern technique. Eye pattern is used to practically study the effects of intersymbol interference. Once you know the effect of this ISI, automatically we can eliminate this ISI using correlative coding, what we have seen it in the last two videos on duobinary signaling method. So how to analyze this ISI? That is called as the eye pattern. To analyze your ISI, we'll take a transmitted signal, and this transmitted signal is a binary data as you know, but I'm going to represent it in terms of a shift keying output. So 0 is represented as negative voltage and 1 is represented as positive voltage. So you can see here 0 is negative, 1 is positive, and one time period is Ts. So I have just drawn the equation with respect to the waveform, positive and negative waveforms. Now how I'm going to study the effect of this particular thing. So first is 0 bit is transmitted. So automatically I'll have 0. Positive bit 1. Similarly, next bit while transmitting you will have. So you can find out how your bits are being combined together. If I'm going to transmit a 6-bit information through a channel medium, the waves are being transmitted in this format. You can find out there is some irregular variation in your amplitude and your signals have been misaligned, and it looks like something like your eye, the width of the opening of your eye. That is what is called as the eye pattern. Okay. So the pattern where you can obtain it is obtained on a CRO by applying the received signal to a vertical deflection plates and a sawtooth waveform to the horizontal. So where do we analyze this pattern? We can use a cathode ray oscilloscope to analyze this pattern. Cathode ray oscilloscope will have two plates, vertical and horizontal deflection plate. Vertical plates we apply the original bits ones and zeros combination input, and horizontal plate we try to produce a sawtooth waveform. The effect of this will be this particular way. How do we analyze about the eye pattern? What are the characteristics you can study about the eye pattern? The eye pattern main thing is you can find out how much is the variation of the noise present in the system. That is one parameter you can study about from this eye pattern. Okay, so the width of the eye, the opening and closing of the eye purely determines what will be the effect of noise present in the system. So you can take this eye to be represented, and you can take a vertical line. See, this is vertical line, this is horizontal line. Okay, the red line what I brought. So you have drawn it like an eye now. So this says that this part is the opening of your eye. You can vary this interval. The interval in which it is being varied depends upon saying how much is your noise or how much is the intersymbol interference present in the system. And that can be calculated by using this parameter: distortion at sampling time, time interval. Best sampling time will say about the width of your eye, and these are your projections, and this is called as the timing error, slope sensitivity timing error, and zero crossing errors. So the extension part of your eye, both which goes off, is called as the zero crossing errors. Only we are determined to measure the values internally at this part. And this says about what will be your margin over noise parameter. The width of the eye is called as the time interval over which a wave can be sampled without an error due to ISI. So once the width is higher, it means to say that the ISI error is lesser. Best time for sampling is an eye. That particular time period is called as the eye widely opened. Eye widely opened. The rate of closure of the eye is the sensitivity to timing error. So if your eye is closed, automatically there is an error. So the rate of sensitivity is calculated with respect to the slope sensitivity. Height of your eye opening is called as the margin over noise. So three important parameters. One is the width of the eye, we should know. Next is the eye opening height, you should know. And the second one is what is the rate of closure of your eye. That is your timing error. You can calculate. When ISI is severe, when you have more number of intersimple interference occurring, the eye is completely closed. So this is what we study on a small topic called as IA pattern, which helps to know about what is the effect of ISI pattern in a communication channel. Once you know whether the margin over noise is going to be lesser, automatically we'll say that the opening of your eye is wider, which means to say that correlative coding can be adjusted accordingly to reduce this effect of the ISI signal. Thank you.